Okay, we're going.
Man, so grateful to be with all of you this evening. This is really cool that you're here because I think it says a little bit about where your interests are at, whether you're here to learn more about something that can benefit your health and fitness, or you're here to learn how you can also gain residual income. I'm really excited as a 20-year-old to be in this company. So I just want to share a little bit kind of about how I got into this and a little bit about why I think it's so important for us to reach younger people in sharing this incredible opportunity. So obviously I'm the son of the founder of this company, Justin Prince. I've always looked up to him as not just kind of a father and that kind of figure in my life, but as a leader and as a mentor. I really wouldn't be doing this business if he didn't make such a tremendous difference in my life. And, I remember him telling me that when he was 25 years old, he received a phone call. He was actually in a Cabela's parking lot. For those of you who don't know what Cabela's is, it's like all these animal mounts. It's like a hunting outfitter. And I was 1.5 years old at the time. I love animals. So he'd take me to this outfitter to go see all these animal mounts. And that was the first time he got a call. He's 25 years old. He was introduced to the kind of the industry of network marketing. Now he'll tell if you asked him then, why did you start? He might have given you a bunch of different kind of surface level reasons, like we all kind of have for things we do. Like, oh, I was building a financial asset, or oh, I was trying to, you know, chase my dreams of getting this kind of car, this kind of house. And the reality is when he got that call, he looked behind him in the seat and he saw me, just this 1.5-year-old boy looking back at him. And the thought in his mind and his heart was, I want to make that boy and my wife at home proud of me. And so, with all of you today, maybe there's different reasons that made you interested in here. You probably had a friend invite you. I just want you to think about getting into something like this young, how it can make that much more of a difference for your family to come. And I'm grateful that my dad said yes when he was 25. And that's brought me really here with you today, where I'm excited to take this to the next level for my future family. So that's a little bit about, I guess, about me, and just super grateful to be here with y'all. So let's get to the first slide here. So let's just kind of be really kind of use like layman terms. I'm not a scientist, I'm not an expert in anything, but let's talk about what peptides are. So peptides basically just help different functions of your body to perform at a higher level. So they're actually these short chain amino acids, and they're already naturally found in your body, but they're also found in nature. And so the way I think about it is there's different functions like gaining muscle, losing weight, even things like focus or energy. There's all these different functions our body has. And peptides are just speeding up the process naturally occurring in our body. So unlike something like a testosterone, where you take it and it like replaces the testosterone you're already producing, you just take peptides and they actually enhance what you already have. But if you were to go off of them, there's nothing that's going to be replaced in your body, if that kind of makes sense. So just here, there's a few different bullet points of different functions in the body that peptides affect, like digestion, energy, hormone function, even healing, like wounds. There's cellular communication. These are a little bit fancier things that I don't know a ton about, like the cellular communication, or muscle health, brain function, and even affecting your skin. And then next slide, there's just a few more things that peptides do with your immune support, muscle and injury recovering. I've been actually bulking for a few months now, and my goal is to gain 20 pounds of lean muscle. So I've been really interested in the muscle recovery slash like lean muscle growth of some of our peptides. And of course, weight management, skin rejuvenation, and then muscle function and mental health. Yeah, the next one there. So just to give you a little background on peptides, kind of be very brief here. So peptides have been around as synthetic compounds made in a lab. Now there's a big difference between those peptides and the peptides that we're coming out with here at Make Wellness. So the synthetic ones, a few just kind of key bullet points are they're made in a lab, right? So they're synthetic. You actually inject them with a needle. And so because they're synthetic, your body doesn't recognize them, how to use them. So you have to actually like orally, so you have to inject them. And then they're super expensive, thousands of dollars a month for these kind of peptides. Now they work, they are really effective what they do. But when my dad was starting this business, he had actually been on therapeutic peptides, the synthetic ones. And even though they worked really well for him, he had a great like testimonial. They were such a terrible business model that he was like, this is just not going to work. Who's going to want to get a bunch of needles stabbed in themselves? It's just not going to scale. And so what we've come out with here at Make Wellness are actually, we partner with the Louds in researching nature-based peptides for 10 years, spent $100 million on AI and natural peptide research. So they're sourced from nature. They're ingested, meaning you actually just pour some. I just finished my Energize here of my bottle, but you pour them either into your water. You could take a little pill form, and some of them are even like a pixie stick. And then they're also way more affordable. Our most expensive 30-day supply is like $120, and then ranging down from there. Yep. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. I just got to my grandpa's house up here in Salt Lake City. So my little brother just ran inside, just wants me to pull up the car. So they're way more affordable, that most expensive ranging like $120 for a month of 30-day supply, and then more like 40 to $50 for an average order. So really, really way more affordable as well. Kind of is exciting because you're going to be reaching a way bigger audience and being able to help a lot more people with this new thing in the wellness industry. Next slide. So why are peptides important? Well, let's kind of start with the idea that our bodies were designed to heal, in the sense of we're always trying to get back to homeostasis. You get a cut and your body's scabbing it. It's actively healing itself. And so when you think about peptides, it's enhancing the body's ability to heal. It's enhancing the body's ability to do things like gain muscle, enhancing the body's ability to do things like lose weight. And I know, some of our friends on this call actually have been on some peptides for healing. And isn't that incredible that you can take something that is going to help heal your body? So peptides are the way of the future as far as health and wellness goes. I've been on them, and they've been a wonderful way to just enhance the things I've already been doing in my life, get better at health and fitness, especially with gaining muscle. So I'm stoked about it. I wanted to turn the table over to my friend Matt Lowe, and he's going to talk about some of the products we got here at Make.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Can everybody hear me okay? All right. I know my wife said earlier I was echoing, but I think I fixed it. So, so I'll give just a quick little background on myself. My name is Matt Lowe. I spent my whole life for 18 years as a top level national ranked natural bodybuilder. I'm two-time Mr. Natural Colorado in 2008, 2009. Took those titles and was able to build myself a really large international fitness brand around exercise transformations and nutrition programs, right? And so for me, health and wellness has been my entire life. Fast forward to where my wife and I are at now, we own medical weight loss facilities. And so we do full customized hormone optimization programs based on blood labs. We have a full medical team. We have doctors that work for us. And so our search over my wife and I have only been partners in this company for a little over 2 years. And so us coming from the natural side, right? Having vitamins, nutrition as the main source of energy that we were going to be fueling our members' lives with for these transformations was really open to 2 years ago when we met our partner, Dr. Nick Hamilton, and got experience into the medical side of it. And it's been amazing. It's opened my eyes, right? I didn't really know 2.5 years ago. I mean, I had heard of peptides, seen some of the things with peptides, but again, as Isaac said, I'm like, you've got to inject the vast majority of them, right? And some of them can be taken orally, but the vast majority of what we do from the clinical side is needle injected, right? And so that's a very small portion of the environment, the people around us, right, that are looking for these benefits. And again, not to mention the price point is through the roof for a lot of these. To put it simply, and then I'll get into the products, you can get all 6 of these products for a little over $400. I think it's $404 shipped to your house. Our cheapest peptide is roughly $350 a month in a clinical setting, right? Upwards of thousands of dollars a month, like they said. And so unfortunately, it's available for a very small selected few of the population. And so we had been in search for the last 2 years on a nutraceutical side of peptides. Well, when you start searching for that, you quickly realize there's really nothing out there. And so Justin and I had been friends for, we are still friends. We've been friends for about 15 years. And so about 8 months ago, we were going back and forth with some texts, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, we're doing this." And he's like, "We got to jump on a call." And so started to tell me about what his big vision and purpose behind Make Wellness was. And so I couldn't have been more excited because, again, this is our background. This is what we do from the medical side. And now having the opportunity, and I'm holding these flyers up. If you don't have access to these, ask somebody to get these one-pagers to you, and they'll really help you explain a little bit more of the science behind these products. I'm not going to get crazy into the science tonight. I'm just going to touch on the 6 core products and some of the key benefits of what they do. And so to make sure I get all of my numbers right, I like to make sure that I'm saying exact percentages. So I've got a little bit of notes that I'm going to look down on. But our first one is focus. And I'm going to say them in order of importance for me. And so I'm a little ADD, if you can't tell, got a lot of energy all the time. And so when I need to get some stuff done, staying focused can be a little bit harder. And so Focus, the product, is amazing for me. Here's some of the brain power stats right behind it. 48% parents report overweight and stress with their kids. This helps mitigate and lower that, right? Cognitive enhancement. I had a member of ours that's taking it both from our clinic and the Make products now. They were prescribed some attention prescriptions. I don't want to say names. I'm trying to choose my words wisely here. The feedback that I had from him this week was like, "Bro, I just went to 2 boxes a month now. I'm taking one in the morning and one at lunch." He goes, "My entire staff noticed, was like, what's different with you? Did you start taking a new product?" They're like, "Why?" They're like, "You are so much more laser focused and not all over the place in our meeting." And he's got a lot of energy for me and with me. And so that's the big piece with focus. And so again, mental clarity, even eye support and health. Again, all of these are based around short chain amino acids. And if we think about the basis of a cell in the human body, it's all based off amino acids, right? So all of these amino acid compounds, right, these combinations of amino acids, all target and kind of focus on something a little bit different. And so focus is more on that cognitive function and fluidity. The next one, calm. That's my second favorite, because at the end of the day, I like to be able to wind my mind down. And so calm for me is not, it doesn't bring down my energy. It just relaxes more of like my nervous state, right? And I'm speaking on myself of how I've seen it. But when we look at the stress crisis in America, it's critical, right? Some of the clinical studies on calm, I think it was after, let me see if it's on this sheet. I think it was like 40+% drop in cortisol after 30 consecutive days. I might be a little bit off on that, so don't mark my word and get mad at me. But I'm almost positive that's what it was on that. I've noticed after just a month, about 5 weeks of taking Calm religiously every single night, how great I sleep. And I'm one of those guys that's up multiple times a night. So for me to get through the night, obviously, when we sleep, that's when we grow and our muscles have time to regenerate and heal themselves. When we're under that stress state and not getting good sleep, our cells don't have that full capacity to heal. And so that's where Calm comes in. Fit is amazing, right? We started using it as our first product, to replace our pre-workouts. It's not a pre-workout. I'm going to say that right now. If you're used to taking a stimulant-based pre-workout, it's not that. However, you're also just killing your adrenals by taking that first thing in the morning, right? And so this is a great way to ease off of that if you are somebody that's taking those pre-workouts all the time. But what you're going to see is a massive increase in your ATP production and your ability to train harder for longer, right? You're also going to see a massive improvement in the recovery and replenishment of your muscles post-workout, right? We don't go to the gym to build muscles. We go to the gym to tear muscles. We build gym with rest, recovery, and nutrition, right? So if we can train harder under more stress, then we can actually tear more fibers. So for those of us out there that are trying to maintain our lean muscle mass and or improve it, this is where fit and that product comes in, right? Not to mention the 4x in protein synthesis. That helps. That's massive in us being able to get nutrients into the cell of the body to actually be able to build lean muscle. We'll move on to, what do I have next? Lean. Lean's probably one of our most popular just due to the state of our country and where things are at. We have tons of processed foods, right? You look at any restaurant, we're using seed oils, which breeds inflammation in the gut and destroys the microbiome of our stomach, which wreaks havoc on our hormonal systems, right? Causing us to keep that trunk weight. You don't have to look far to see it, most of us. And so that's where lean really can come into play here. 100% of the participants in the clinical studies that took lean lost weight from their fat mass, right? So that was 100% from their fat mass. That's really critical because when we look at things like what we do in our clinical setting with Ozempic or a GLP-1 drug, right? While they have a place, and I do believe they have a place, it's not something that we in our clinics want somebody to stay on for a long period of time, right? And so that's where these products actually become a really great pairing for what we do in a clinical setting, because we might, with some people, need to start them a little heavier and harder, but then we can immediately put them on something that they can actually maintain and stay on for a long period of time. And so with, so with lean, some of the other ones, a 600% reduction in daily caloric intake, just due to how it helps limit the hunger cravings. And then also 65% total fat loss from fat mass loss from the trunk of the body, right? And that's where, paired with the calm, lowering that cortisol, decreasing the issues in the stress hormones, right? That combo right there is going to help a ton with mitigating and losing weight around that midsection. What do I have? One more, two more. Sorry. Energize. I'm trying to go fast here, guys. Get through these. Energize. This is the one I lead with, and I definitely want to get to my younger folks. We see energy drinks in hands of all kinds of students, right? My wife and I work with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes for CU Boulder, and you can walk around and every other student's got a different type of energy drink, right? I don't have enough time tonight to even talk about how that wreaks havoc in that age group of our population, especially while they're trying to actually study all of that, right? This is where Energize comes in. Here's some of the stats, actually. 1 in 5 of US adults suffers with constant fatigue and tiredness. That's why the energy market is, you go to any gas station, they're everywhere. That is where Energize comes in. It's a slow satiation of energy increase without the crash at the end. Plus, you're getting all of the nutraceutical benefits. And so for those that have tried, my friends that have been energy drinkers, when I pop them an Energize, it's been really, really cool to see outside of a few of them. Everybody has got really, really great results with the Energize and go, man, I would much rather be drinking something that's actually going to help my body at a deeper cellular level than an energy drink that's actually going to be killing your cells. And so the last one I'll touch on tonight is hydrate. One of the most important things for our body, for our cells, for our skin, for everything. Remember, our skin's the largest organ in our body. Everything we put on it gets absorbed right into our blood. Let's think about that the next time we put chemicals on our body. But hydrate is super, super important, not one just for hydration, but specifically to pair with peptides, right? The more hydrated we can be, the better, think of the better flow of peptide we can get down in deep into that cell, right? And if we don't have a good hydrated cell, it's trying to shove a new peptide into a dried up raisin, right? It's just not as easy. That was a really good analogy right there. I like that one. I might use that again. But really, that's where hydrate comes into play. I drink hydrate a couple times a day, especially on my training days, extra hot days, maybe days I know that I'm going to be out in the field or going back and forth from locations and I may not have my water bottle or something. I'm definitely making sure I'm taking hydrate. So I know I overdid my couple minutes there, but that's the 6 products. Highly recommend if you haven't tried them, try them. You'll love them. That's what I got, Isaac.
Awesome. I'll take it over from here. That was so awesome.
Sorry, dude.
No, that's all right. Isaac, that was awesome. Thank you for sharing that and giving us a little a little insight of what peptides actually are. And Matt going into detail on the peptides. Especially love your experience as someone who helps people in weight loss with injectable synthetic peptides. It's funny, as I've been talking with people, I start to recommend, they're like, what do you recommend? And I'm like, well, my favorites are, and it's funny, I go through all of them. I start with one and then I list off all six of them. And I've really had a great experience myself with them. Just a little bit about me. So I'm 43 years old. I've been married to my wife for almost 19 years. We met at a rock show called Warped Tour in Salt Lake City, and we have 5 kids. My oldest turns 18 in 5 days on Christmas Day, and my youngest is 9. I got my 2 boys sitting in here in the van with me. But for about 13 and a half years, my full-time work has been online doing this type of work, what we're doing right here, what Isaac is doing, what Matt's doing, what I'm doing, what someone that might have invited you to this call is doing. And it's been an absolute blessing in my life. Just, long story short, my wife and I, we got married thanks to the help of the government, like WIC and Medicare. We were able to get diapers and milk and eggs as we first started our family. And um, you know, that's how our life kind of started. And we got into a place where, I always had this dream that I would have this great family. I would have a great job, a nice home, and I could provide well for my family. That was the dream when I was younger, when I was Isaac's age and Hayes' age, and you guys on here that are younger. And I got married, had our first kid, and I just remember, like, I worked 12-hour days for the first 5 years of my life. Every Saturday shift, I worked in this steel factory and I ran the CNC machine. I programmed that machine. I wrote manuals. I ran the service department. So when anything ever broke down and they're like, hey, we need someone to run the equipment through the night, like, I was always the first one to raise my hand. I wanted every overtime shift that I could get just to take care of my family. So I had this dream that, like, I imagined a life where I had a great job. I would work 9 to 5 and I would be able to provide well for my family, get home, sit down and eat dinner with my family, with my wife and my kids, go kick soccer balls in the front yard. And it's just year after year, it was never that. It was me 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. My wife would leave to work at the Hilton Garden Inn every night at 3 p.m. and she would get back at 11:30. So she raised the kids in the day. I raised them at night for 5 years. So I was invited to listen to something like this when I was 29 years old. And I was like, oh, that seems pretty cool. The lady that was chatting, she was like, my first daughter was born prematurely. I incurred a few $100,000 worth of debt. And I was a bartender, and I started this business helping people. And, she shared that she was able to be present with her daughter that was born prematurely during that vital time of her life, and that she was slowly paying off the few $100,000 worth of medical debt. And it sparked interest in me, but I was like, that's cool for her. That's awesome that that's working for her, but not for me. And I told her, that's cool. If anybody ever wants the products, I'll send them your way. But in all reality, I want you guys to know I was just scared. Like, I don't think I have enough time. I'm a college dropout. So I was like, I don't know. I already work 12-hour days. I have 3 little girls at home at night that I'm taking care of by myself while my wife's at work. So I don't have time for that. And I'm like, I'm not a social media person. So I could see how she could be successful, but not me. Like, I had all of the excuses in the world. And my third daughter was born, and it was about 18 days out, 23 days to be precise, after her birth, that the doctor bill came in, anesthesiologist bill, the Blue Cross statement from my insurance saying how much I owed for her birth. And my first baby was born. That was all free. I was on Medicare and all of that stuff. And I was just like, how am I going to pay this? And I don't know if you guys have ever felt like this before, but I remember sitting in my cubicle just before 5 a.m. and I felt like it was spinning around. Like, I felt this heavy weight on my shoulder. Like, do I need to go back to college? But how do I go to college while I'm working a 12-hour day and go into more debt to pay for school? Do I get a second full-time job? Like, I'm willing to work. I was just trying to weigh those options. And it just came to me like an answered prayer. It was just like God just saying, man, you have the answer. Like, go help people with these programs. Go build this business that's sitting right in front of you. You don't have to get a second job. You don't have to go into debt. You don't have to leave your family even more. You can just do this from your phone. You can do this at night when your wife's at work. You can do it on your lunch break. And so that's where my journey began. And, I worked my butt off at that business because I wanted to be home. I wanted to see my family in the evenings. I wanted to bring my wife home from work. That was a goal for me. And so I was not only able to bring her home, but 14 months after building my business with a lot of hard work, my wife and I both walked away from our jobs. I've been a full-time dad now for 13 and a half years. So I'm here to talk to you about how to earn with this business a little bit, along with some transformations. The most important thing for me about this company and about me building a business is I need to know that the products work. And so I even loved hearing Matt talk about the importance of these bioactive precision peptides. I've seen incredible friends like my friend Robert here. He's 51 years old, absolutely crushing it. I won't read each of these, but absolutely crushing it with, continuing on his health and fitness journey using these peptides. He absolutely loves the fit and lean combo. And one thing, I won't read through all these, but you can just kind of glance at the photos here. But I've had so far, I got over 50 transformation like testimonials that come into my inbox. There's at least one a day that's coming in just saying like, I'm down, I notched another hole in my belt. I put on these pants that haven't been able to fit for the longest time. Some even say like, hey, my weight's still the same, but I'm like 2 inches off of my waist and I can see my body composition changing. So that for me is the most rewarding part so far of this business, is just they just continually are coming in, and that gives me full confidence in this business model, and makes it a real simple model of just sharing these testimonials, sharing the videos, and people are just, for me and for the team that I'm building, are just like, I want to try this. Like, I want to try a product. So they just keep absolutely pouring in. Um, I want to share one briefly on here. You can see this kid. He, just like Matt, his favorite is focused. This kid has a dream of I believe it was flying like airplanes or something in the future, and it was something he would not be able to do on a certain medication for attention. And so he's just excited as a young kid that the Focus all natural product has helped him get off of medications. And remember, we're not a prescribed drug, and it's not, our peptides are not here to replace any of those things. They're just a natural way to supplement your body. But I'm seeing incredible testimonials of people being able to get off of certain medications once in a while, losing weight, losing inches. For me, so I'm 43, guys. I was like in this space where I work out every day, I follow my meal plans, and like I was just stuck. And in my mind, I'm just, for like 6 years, I've been like the same. And I'm just like, I guess that's what happens. Like I'm in my 40s now. It's just harder to lose weight. Like, I would create all these stories in my head. I'm just working out just to keep my mind right. And within the first, it was like 3 weeks of using all 6 peptides together. But I'll attribute what happened right here to fit and the fit and the lean. I dropped 9 pounds, and I was just like, what is going on? And I felt so crazy. And I'm someone that like, I've always considered myself an avid napper. Every day I go to bed. I literally, the kids come home at 2:45. I throw football with them for 45 minutes, and then I sleep for like an hour and a half until dinner time while they go off and play with their friends. And I remember the first week just laying down out of habit for 10 years for my nap. And I just lay there and I couldn't fall asleep because I was just like naturally energized, focused, and my mind just thinking about the next thing that I could work on in my life. So these have been absolutely game changing for me. That first before after photo there is like 2.5 weeks. And then that photo on the right is 6 weeks of just hard work using fit and lean. And I'm just seeing my whole composition change. And it's been absolutely awesome. So I'm going to talk with you guys real quick. I know we wanted to keep it at 30 minutes. So I'm going through the compensation in like 5 minutes, and kind of talk to you about what options there are for you to join, and then remind you at the end of this, like if a product interests you, you want to try one out, reach out to the person that invited you here. They'll send you a link. You can get started and try it out. If you want to be an affiliate, the same thing. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about this. There's different affiliate programs out there, and the base commission for most affiliate programs are 5 to 12%. The commission rate usually stays the same. There's actually some, a lot of them, you just get an initial affiliate commission, and then after that, you don't get a commission any longer. It's just a one-time. You have a link, and then they purchase from you, and then any residual stuff after that goes to the company. That's a traditional model, and there's little to no training. So I'm an affiliate for another company with some workouts, and I'm pretty tech savvy, and it's so hard for me to understand how to send my link, how to create that link. When someone does buy it, I can't see what they ordered. I can't see any of their information to track them or be able to help them. It's just it just shows a commission that comes in. It shows this amount came in. I can't even see who did it. With ours, you can earn between 10 to 40% commissions. The more you sell, the higher your percentage of sales go up. And I'll show you that on a next slide. Your repeat purchases. So when they get on a subscribe and save and they get it monthly, your commission rate is the same. You make it month after month. Also, if you have a customer that refers a customer, you get paid the same commission rate as well. And if you refer another affiliate and they're making sales, let's say I referred Matt as a personal affiliate of mine. When he sells to customers, I would earn a 10% on the customer sales of the person that I had directly brought on as an affiliate. So that's something that's unheard of in affiliate models. And then there's also recognition, gifts, incentives, and the tools and training are going to absolutely blow your mind. Like when I started this business, I hopped in, and within the first day, I knew exactly what video to send people. I knew exactly how to plug them into the team, the training, and the resources, and everything. All the tools that you'll ever need to build this business are there, and it's absolutely incredible the support that you'll get in that aspect. Now, moving on, the first level of earning income with the Make Wellness business model. One thing I want to share with you before I talk to you about this slide is it's $0 to enroll as an affiliate. There's zero monthly fee. There's no monthly fee to have your affiliate account and to earn commissions. And there's zero required personal product purchase for you to earn products. There's perks if you have your own products that you order, but it's not required for you to be be an affiliate and be able to send a link and earn a commission. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a traditional MLM model with Make Wellness. As Justin Prince, the founder, says, we built the compensation plan of like 2040 and 2024. And to me, it's been absolutely mind blowing. On the traditional MLM, there's a first order facade dependent on your team's performance, not paid on your own order. And it pays on things like a CV, depends on what company you come from, a PV, like a volume number, not on an actual dollar amount. With Make Wellness, you can earn up to 40% on 10 to 40% on your sales and your own purchase. Your efforts are based on your own efforts alone, and then you earn commission on your own purchases, and it pays on the dollar. So if you sell $100 product, it's not like a volume amount of 75 or 60 or whatever the company sets. You earn a commission on $100, which has been absolutely incredible to me. And one thing just to share with you guys, everybody's income will be dependent on their own effort, diligence, and skill. I would say as I've launched my business over the past 2.5 months, my results are atypical because I'm an atypical work ethic and belief in myself type of person. But building with this business, because it's dependent on your own efforts and not just a team's performance, I was able to earn 2.5 times more in my first month than what I did in my first year in my previous company, because I'm not trying to push other people to sell and to build. It's dependent on how many people I go out and help and sell on my own. And so that's been a huge thing for me. And one thing that I love, because I want to be compensated for my efforts. I know if you want to build a business, you want to be the same as well. You want to be paid for the efforts that you put in. So this is what a circle cell is. A circle cell, you can earn 10 to 40% on your own personal production. What that is you get paid on your customers when a customer orders from you, and when a direct affiliate orders from you. So whoever you enroll as a direct affiliate or a customer, you get 10 to 40% commissions. And after you sell 1,500 in a month, you get a commission on your own order as well. So your own order, you earn a commission on your own order. So it's sort of like a discount in a way. You can earn up to $200 in product credit as well. As you know, I'll just go to the next slide so you can just straight up see that. These are the tiers as you make sales. I won't read through them all, but you can see on the left, monthly sales. The first one is called Affiliate One, $0 to $499 in sales is a 10% commission. As it goes up, you can see this green Premier Affiliate is when you make between $2,000 and $3,999 in sales. It's a 20% commission. You get a $75 product credit and a minimum commission of $500. The company does what's called a bump up. What that means, just to give you an idea, if you sold 2,000, the commission of 20% would be $400. But once you hit that $2,000 in sales threshold, they bump it up and you have a minimum commission of $500. So even though the actual math would show 400, you would get paid 500. If you sold beyond like 3,500, did the math that came above 500, you just make whatever that was. You can see the numbers go up to the top of Premier 40K. Let's say you're just so consistent over the years and you're doing 40,000 in sales. It's a 40% commission, $200 product credit, and a minimum commission of $16,000. So going on to the next slide, that's circle sales. Let me just share with you just briefly, like, okay, you're sitting here, you're like, okay, but I want to build a business out of this. I want to build some residual. The first goal would be to become a Premier affiliate. The one I just explained, you could earn a $500 a month. So one thing that I'm always running into is someone's like, I need an extra $500 a month. I love my job. I love what I do, but I see the value in these peptides. I need them for myself. I know that I could help other people. I'd like to earn $500 a month or $1,000 a month. This business model is super simple in the aspect of telling people, showing somebody how to earn that money. And so it would be, if you want to earn $500 a month, you need to generate 2,000 in total sales, and you could have get to $500 a month. Let's say you meet someone, or it's you're watching this, you're like, it would really bless my family if I could earn an extra $2,000 a month. A real simple would be just showing you, okay, you need to get to Premier affiliate yourself, make 2,000 in sales, and help 4 of your direct affiliates get to $2,000 a month, and you could get $2,000 a month income. Same thing goes, if you want to earn $3,000 a month, help 5 of your direct affiliates become Premier affiliates along with yourself. So that's just a real basic. There is also, we're not going to go into detail on this. We could teach you later, but I don't want to I love compensation plans, so I could teach you for the next hour on how to maximize a compensation plan and the whole thing. But there are team bonuses monthly as your volume for your sales for your whole team or an organization goes up, outside of just the circle cells that we showed you. So one thing, just to kind of wrap this up, remember, it's free to enroll. It's $0 to be an affiliate with Make Wellness. There's 0 monthly fee, no purchase requirements. You get paid daily. It's called daily pay. Every day it just calculates the sales that you did in your circle cells and pays you. We're bringing a first of its kind product to the market, just like you see essential oils. Everybody knows what they are. I can promise you, everybody 6 months, a year, 2 months, 2 years from now, everybody's going to know what bioactive precision peptides are. These all natural ones. It's going to be in every home. So you get to be one of the first to bring it to the market. There's a 60-day money back guarantee. If you decide, figure out which products you want and you get on the subscribe and save or auto ship, you get 10% off on your order. Let's say like you love Fit, Lean, and Energize, you get them all on the subscribe and save at month 4, it goes to 20% off. Any order over $100 is also free shipping. And so that's another added benefit as well. Guys, one thing I want you to think about, you're on this call on December 20th. Like, there's going to be people January 1st, the beginning of January, looking for a solution, and you have a great opportunity to hop in now, start talking to people, start sharing. Even you join with whoever invited you here. We have this video recorded. You send it to some of your best friends, and they're like, dude, let's do 2025. Let's do this together. Let's get in the best shape of our life. Let's get more focused, energized, fit, and let's earn some money and build a business this year. This recording will be available for you to send to them as well, and help get this year started on the right foot. So product pricing, I know Matt kind of talked about Isaac, I can't remember which one. Our most expensive product, 119, is the Fit product. But Matt was sharing the price of these synthetic peptides that people are using. All of ours together, he just shared, like if you wanted all 6 of them, is just over 400, which is absolutely incredible. So, okay, guys, we are 40 minutes in, so we do need to wrap this up. Does anybody have a question? Or are there any in there? And I just want to remind you, if you're ready to take that next step, all you need to do is reach out to the person that invited you here and say, hey, I want to try this product, or I want to use this product, or I'm ready to get enrolled as an affiliate. They'll send you the link to help you take the next steps to get going on your journey. Matt, I saw you unmute. Do you want to wrap up with any last thoughts?
I'm just going to say this, as somebody who owns a clinic that does the synthetic side of things, if I had a chance to do this all over again, I wouldn't own clinics, right? Like this is so much more in line with what we do. This is built right into our clinics now. Now we've got our doctors on board. We just started presenting this when people come in for their consultation. So I'm telling you right now, the opportunity to go door knocking on chiropractors' offices, on trainers' offices, like I had my first like supplement sponsorship at 15, right? This is like that so much bigger, right? You think about where we're at in the world of college sports and athletes, 98% of them will lose their NIL money as soon as college is over because they're not getting drafted, right? That's just statistical planning. So this is a great model to take to college campuses for those of you that are younger on this call that are really thinking about that map and that pathway of maybe that crossroads, right? I know when I was in school, I was like, man, this is just not for me. You know, I wanted something so different. Like Scottie, man, I'm a college dropout, but we own brands for a living, you know, and build them. And so this is just giving everybody an amazing opportunity. And I'm telling you right now, as a clinic owner, like Scottie just said, this is just barely priming the pump for the conversation on peptides. Everybody is starting to hear about peptides, peptides, peptides. Don't wait. You don't want to miss out. I promise you, this will be a big mistake. So get with the person that got you on this call tonight. Thank you all for joining. Yeah, let's make the world a better place.
Awesome. Thank you guys. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys on the team. All right, later. See ya.